Hey everybody, I'm Delicia and thanks for tuning in to the Cigar Vixen channel. So today I'm going to be looking at another cigar in the overall Founder cigar lineup. This one happens to be one of my favorites, and it was also a pretty strong contender for the top spot at the whole launch that we did back in April out in Michigan at the different locations for Wild Bill's Tobacco. Amazing time, by the way. So this is the Founder Signature Sungrown, and it is actually made by Davidoff, and it's a pretty incredible cigar. And as I mentioned, there was quite a few that were interested in this one. I think more so when they found out that it was a Davidoff cigar, but also just the way it smokes overall is very nice, and was, again, depending on the location, because we did a few different events, this one tended to be among the top sellers, so it was really popular. A lot of people really enjoyed the flavor profile. Now you'll notice that my cigar itself does not have a band, and the reason being is this was sent to me, I actually had some sent out to me prior to even going out to these events so that I could taste them, and I had a couple of them left, and again, they're not banded because they didn't even have the bands yet, so these are, I guess, would be considered like the oldest of the batch, you know, in the signature lineup. So I kind of like that. I feel special, like, you know, it's an unbanded one, but that's actually what it is. And I will go ahead and show you pictures, you know, with the band and what the box looks like and all that, so you know how to identify it. But again, these can be found at any of the various Wild Bill tobacco stores out in Michigan. And then hopefully at some point you might be able to find them either online or maybe at some select brick and mortar. So keep your eyes peeled. Definitely check out their website. Definitely go onto their Instagram, Wild Bill's Tobacco, and you can ask a lot of those questions there if you're somewhere else other than Michigan. But again, just a fantastic cigar. So I mentioned that they're made by Davidoff. They are featuring an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, a Honduran Criollo binder, and then a Honduran Criollo Ligero filler. So about a medium body, and again, just some beautiful, beautiful notes. So exceptionally clean looking wrapper, light oil sheen to it, zero imperfections. I mean, this thing is very pristine, very nice looking. Has a very nice, almost a combination of like a hay and a nutmeg. Sounds odd, but kind of just on the aroma itself. And then a nice sweetness to the foot of it. But went with a straight cut on this one. I'm going to go ahead and get this baby toasted up. It is available in a variety of vitolas, as are most of their line overall. So something for everybody. Without even taking a puff, that aroma is phenomenal. Oh, even better than I remember. It's been a while since I've smoked one of these. It's sweet. There's a mixture of a nice cinnamon spice initially, and a little bit of, you know, you get a little bit of anise, but you really pick up that cinnamon and cedar. Cinnamon and cedar are kind of right up in your face, but in a nice way. Introducing themselves, you know, being polite and hanging out. That's really the flavors that hit you first puff in. I mean, really nice. And not just any cedar, a really nicely aged, you can even go with the sun-drenched cedar kind of notation in there, but really nice. And then that little bit of cinnamon spice that just comes in both as a flavor and a sensation. I kind of mentioned that on another review I did a while back, kind of talking about the difference between flavors that you pick up or the sensation, in particular dealing with spice, because spice is something that people either love it or they're afraid of it. It's kind of like one of those picky, very individual type of tastes. And when you pick up for me, sometimes there's a sensation of a spice, you know, in the palate that kind of leaves your tongue a little tingly, or the roof of your mouth, you know, you kind of get those different things. Or there's just a straight flavor, whether it's black pepper or a variation of pepper or cinnamon. In this case, it's giving both. So you get that sensation of a cinnamon, and you also get that really nice flavor of cinnamon. So that's the startup so far. Just beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this down, of course, as I always do, and then check back in for the second third to introduce some different flavor notes. All right, so coming back in, going into the second third, and just beautifully constructed. The ash is holding on, no problem. The actual draw is so nice. It's like that perfect amount of give, you know. You don't want it to be so loose that you're sucking through a straw kind of a thing, but there's not any sort of fight in the draw. And lately it seems like, you know, it's hit and miss with some of the cigars that I've been smoking. More so, you know, I'm smoking cigars that, not that they're plugged, it's just some of them have a little bit of a tighter draw. This one has that perfect kind of Goldilocks medium type of draw to it. So I really like that. Flavor wise, a little bit of a spicier transition. So still has the flavor of the cinnamon, but now it has a little bit more of a black pepper mixed in, more so on that sensation that I was referring to. You feel the little bit of that black pepper kind of on the palate. You can taste it, so it's kind of both. It has a little bit of the flavor, but more so the sensation, but you're still getting that nice cinnamon. There's also a nice citrus background, more so like a blood orange citrus. I pick that up every time I smoke this cigar. Really nice. You can still pick up the cedar as well, but that's kind of where we're at. And again, cinnamon, black pepper, blood orange, citrus, and cedar. So really nice. Again, great draw, medium bodied. Beautiful aroma. I like it. So I'm going to continue to smoke it down, of course, and check back in one last time once I get all the way through the second third, and I'll check back in for that final third. So stay tuned. Okay, so coming back in for the final third on the Founder's Signature Sungrown. Again, just tremendous flavor. This is a really nice overall cigar. It's not something that, like, there's not anyone that I would feel wouldn't like it, in the sense that it's not too strong if you're newer to smoking. It's strong enough if you're somebody that likes a little bit more power. So that's kind of a hard place to be, but it actually works out to just be a really easy cigar to smoke with really good flavor, and again, made tremendously well. Haven't had a single issue with any relighting, burn issue, anything like that. The draw's been very nice all the way throughout. Beautiful aroma. Now the flavors have shifted slightly to have more of that stronger black pepper, anise. Actually, I picked up a lot of anise, especially right in the beginning of the final third. So anise, black pepper, still a trace of that cinnamon flavor, and still has that nice little woodsy underlying kind of a cedar pretty much throughout the entire stick. So highly recommended. Again, you can find them through the variety of different wild bill tobacco chains out in Michigan. And stay tuned for if they're going to be releasing them elsewhere. I still haven't seen that happen just yet, but again, who knows? But definitely check out their Instagram, and you can certainly ask them firsthand questions, and check out my Instagram, because I just might be giving away something special for my humidor involving these particular cigars. So be sure to check back. And as always, I thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, click the little bell for notifications, you know, when the videos are first released. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks so much. Cheers.